It's morphin' time. Hey, what's up, guys? And Davis here. Getting ready to do my 5th update video for Power Rangers Megaforce. Well, we finally got a trailer last week for Megaforce. Now, it was kind of short. It was only 45 seconds. I'll make sure to put it in the description below so y'all can check it out too. The cast looks great. We hear that the morphin call might be either it's morphin time or Go Megaforce. Or what they might do is they might say it's morphin time, and then the actual morphin call would be Go Megaforce, like the Gosei Morpher does in the deluxe toy line. So who knows? It might go either way. We got to hear Gosei, and I believe Gosei is actually being voiced by the same guy that voiced Korak from Power Rangers Mystic Force, the Purple Knight guy. Yeah, so we basically got, saw a little bit of the trailer, but the only thing the trailer really didn't tell us, it didn't give us like a story. It just more or less said like, when Earth is invaded the Power Rangers would come to save us and stuff like that. It's like, I wish they would tell us a little bit more about what's going on, how they, how things are happening and stuff like that. But it's only 45 seconds. It's not gonna give us like a. I would have preferred it would be like a minute trailer. That way it can show us everything, and we know more about these Rangers than just I don't know. It's just I feel kind of like it showed it just marketed. It was just showed it for the marketing. It's like the shows the Zors, the suits, and all that stuff. So, and they have, I don't know. I guess it's like a trend now for Saban to rehash all these these rhyming catchphrases for the Rangers team to say. Like with Samurai, it was Rangers together, Samurai forever. Now it's Earth's defenders never surrender, or well, Earth defender never surrender. So. I mean, I don't mind the roll calls, like I don't mind like little catchphrases like that. It's just the rhyming is constantly annoying. I mean, like this ain't a nursery. We aren't, trying to watch no nursery where we get like just because you rhyme things does not make it cool. It kind of makes it like, well, couldn't you just say a line and just deal with it? You gotta be all like, Guardians of the Earth, United We War. Ninja Storms was, I don't know, I don't think Ninja Storm had a catchphrase. Oh well. With the SPD, there was the SPD Emergency. We were Earth's Defenders. I think they were Earth Defenders. Yeah, Defenders of Earth. Yeah. Power Rangers SPD were Earth's, Defenders of Earth. I don't know, not that many catchphrases in like some of the shows. I can't really remember because even though I did saw most of the episodes, I still don't remember like them having that many catchphrases in the series. My thoughts, it was alright. It was a decent trailer. They actually showed like 3 more, I think, and we got the episodes of what's going to be happening next week for the Power Rangers Megaforce premiere. And we finally, they did it right this time and actually got an episode. It's actually the first episode. It's called Mega Missions. That's when, Warstar, aka our main villains, well, first main villains come and, they want to take over Earth, and then Gosei, gets the 5 teenagers with attitude, teleports them to their base, and they become Power Rangers. And then there were several others. Basically, what they're gonna do, I've read all of the bios for all the Rangers and the summaries for the episodes. Basically, they are going to take all most of the episodes from Goseiger and put it in Megaforce. Like they have absolutely no filler. I think they're gonna stick it. I think they air some of the episodes in different orders. Like it's not gonna be like episode 1 to episode 50, or they kind of bundle them up a bit. The only first couple episodes, or like from the first couple episodes of the Ghost Sager episodes, and they kind of like jumbled them up and stuff, and like and they have the names for toxic beasts. We don't know what the actual names are going to be, but we know the name of the group's going to be. But we know what the names for them. That big blob looking one is going to be named Biggs, which kind of like it's like it's like as I said before with the last thing, they aren't very clever with the names. I wish they would be. And Blue Fur was like it's too easy. I mean, that really was a too easy. That's a name that's really too easy to. I mean, they could name them like big like Bluefoot, or because he looked like a Bigfoot monster. I assume you would name him something that's like clever to his name, or I don't know. It's whatever. The only one who's actually had their name and actually able to keep it the way it was back in the Sentai was Mel Alice, aka of the Machinitress. What was it? Machinist? I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that name. It's the third group that comes and goes Sager after the Toxic Beast are defeated. Yeah, she's gonna be on there. I think that she's gonna be like the main villain, for whatever with the machine group. Because I really don't see because I remember there was she had a boss, Robogog. Yeah, that's his name, Robogog. Robogog was her boss, and then she was gonna turn Virak into she turned Bladerun into a machine. So it's gonna be those two. I don't know how they're gonna put Robogog in the series. They might show his role a bit, because I think we don't hardly see any of the machine empire doing anything much in this Megaforce series. They might get the short end of the stick, while the Toxic Beast and the Warstar get most of the attention. This was just kind of sad though, because I did like Robogog. He was actually a pretty decent villain. He was powerful. He was strong. He sometimes fought with the Rangers and stuff. And the Rangers actually defeat him. And he had a tragic backstory about how he used to be human and everything like that. He had a purpose. Because of what he became something that someone that hated humans, and he wanted to turn everybody else into robots and stuff like that. That to me was a good role set for a villain. And then Mel Alice, she was just the obedient servant and just did whatever he told her to do and stuff like that. She had no will of her own. Her motives were only meant for Robogog only. And Robogog would abuse the hell out of her. Like, I think he gave her like some kind. And when she got beaten by the Ghost Sages the first time, I think she was rebuilt, and she had like some kind of like shock device on her back, installed in her back. And whenever she would like disobey orders or do something that Robogog didn't approve of, he would shock her, and it would she'd be in a lot of pain. So that's really tragic for her to like be used like that. So, and she can't do nothing about it. They're showing now what's the name, Robo Knight pretty early. Like, he's gonna appear like in the I think 8th episode, 6th or 8th episode. I'm not sure. I can't remember which one was it. And then they're gonna get their ultra modes, aka their powered up modes, very early in the season. So it's not really gonna be called Super Mech. They're not gonna get the super armor. They're gonna get the super armor pretty early, so they're not gonna call it Super Megaforce for that reason only, for them to have like the extra armor, because they already have it this season. So it kind of confuses me. It's like, okay, since they're already getting the upgrades early in the show, why aren't they gonna call it Super Megaforce next season when they already have the super modes for here? And this, and they're gonna basically finish most of the episodes for Ghost Sager, and I don't know how they're gonna fit. They might, change over to the Gokaiger footage, but they're gonna not use the costumes. They're gonna use like the Ghost Sager suits, which I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna work this out, because if they're gonna plan on using Zords, then they have to do the whole thing with like how Zack was riding the Green Dragon in Power Rangers. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not that difficult, but it's just kind of like It's like annoying as fuck. I know most people are like, it's just a show. It's like they do this all the time, and it's like you don't like when people like tamper with something that doesn't need to be tampered with. You want a show to be original, yes, to an extent, but you want a full-fledged season for another one, because we're gonna get into the Die Ranger series, with the same suits, but different different Zords and stuff. And I think they might use Gokai Silver. They're gonna use his outfit, but I'm not sure. So, but it's gonna be kind of like it's like I seen Gokaiger, and I think it's a really good series. And it's just like they're gonna basically mess up the 35th anniversary for Super Sentai, for the 20th anniversary for Power Rangers Megaforce. Now, I don't mind that. I mean, I don't mind them making the show a little bit different, but I mean, this is my personal opinion. I'm opinion is if I'm gonna say oh well, I don't agree with what they did doing the series, then that's my opinion. I mean, sure, you might say, oh, we stop. It's just a kid show and blah blah blah. But like I said before, kids are a lot smarter these days. Just because you can't kitty up things forever. Eventually, the kids are gonna catch on what's going on and be like, well, hey, that's not right. This is a mess. We don't need this. So, I mean, how most kids are usually on the computer most time, or playing with their phones and stuff like that. This is a whole different generation of kids. I mean, yeah, sure, some kids might like it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, not all kids gonna be like this, but you never know. I mean, you can't just assume. And I'm really hoping that because of the bios of the different ranges and stuff, I like the different personalities of the Rangers. Troy is a new guy, similar to what happened in Mystic Force, where Nick, it was a new guy in town and met the other 4 Rangers who already were playing with each other. Noah's a smart guy. Jake is the athlete. He plays soccer too, and he has a crush on the Pink Ranger Gia. I mean, not Pink Ranger, but the Yellow Ranger Gia. Um, and I think Emma is a BMX biker, and she also is she's very 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 in tune with nature, similar to how Kimberly was in most of the season. And I think it was Trina. It was either Trina or Kimberly, either one of those two. And yeah, that's about it for the Ranger bios and stuff. And Jake and Noah are their best friends. G and Emma are best friends, and Troy, being a new guy and the Red Ranger, he wants to make friends, but sometimes he's thinking to himself well, he sometimes with it by himself, so he's got that somewhat lone wolf type personality, but he still wants to make friends and stuff. He just hasn't given the opportunity to have friends, I guess, maybe because him moving around or things like that, or he could just be this is his first time moving or whatever. He just maybe miss his friends back home or something. Who knows. My expectation for Megaforce that it'd be good and just consistent. It has to be perfect. It just needs to just be decent for me to be okay for me to watch. I want to watch this show and be like, wow, Saban, he did Wheaties. I like that. He's doing his thing. And I just hope that they don't mess show up too much. Like I don't want them saying any lines while they're fighting and stuff like that. I want them to just fight it out. If they say some things, like some one liners, maybe like once after they destroy the monster, kind of like they did in Ninja Storm. Like Ninja Storm, they would sometimes like talk while they're fighting, but it was quick. They didn't even say that much. They sometimes like would say some clever things while they're fighting. Because that was their motive. They were they're all about sports and stuff. So, and they were also like living near beaches and stuff. So they were kind of like going through the whole like what you call it? Got the name? I forgot. Surfer Boy attitude. Yeah, they had the Surfer Boy attitude. So they got a pass for that because they were I don't know how old they were. They seemed like they were like maybe 18 or maybe they were like 16 to 18. That's probably the number age they were. So yeah, I give them they get a pass for that because they were young and they were naive and stuff like that. Sometimes when you do have given abilities and you kind of naive and stuff. Of course, you're gonna be showing off a little bit. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, I'd be saying talking a whole bunch of shit to a bunch of minions and stuff. I'm kicking ass and stuff. But just don't. They hopefully just don't do it all the time when they're fighting. That gets annoying. If they do it maybe one time, I'll let it slide. But they keep doing it consistently like they did with Samurai, where they just wouldn't shut up at times where they're supposed to be fighting. Then yeah, it's just annoying. Let's see. I hope that I heard one of the villains speak during the trailer. I'm not sure. It might be either Virak or Creepox. So I'm just hoping it's not as bad as Xandrid and Octoroo, because that ooh stuff was annoying. I did not like that. There better not be any more damn annoying voices like that ever again. And I hope the voice of the monsters, like the monster of the days, I hope they don't have to be like super like just dark, but they can at least be clever with their lines. They ain't gotta be popping a bunch of like catchphrases and like one liners every now and then. Like that's gonna be annoying. Just make your one liner like and that's it. You ain't gotta be talking up a storm and like just be consistent. Like the monsters need to be intimidating. Don't let the monsters just talk the range to death. Do something with them. Like make them clever, make them sneaky, make them actual evil entities. Like make them sound intelligent too. Like for real. That's about it. That's all I gotta say. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, and I'll see the links to the trailers and so you can hit me up and on Twitter or whatever. And that's about it. Peace, sayonara, and have a great day, guys. And remember, you gotta get past bullshit in order to get to the good stuff. See you later.